When it comes to money, most people believe that earning more is the key to financial success. Yet, countless hardworking individuals struggle to grow wealth, even with decent incomes. The difference? Mindset. Wealthy individuals don't just earn money, they think differently about it, and this perspective influences every decision they make. The mindset of the wealthy goes beyond income. It shapes how they save, invest, and even spend, determining whether they simply survive or create lasting financial security. While most people focus on short-term comfort, immediate needs, or keeping up with appearances, the rich prioritize long-term growth, strategic decisions, and leveraging opportunities. They understand that money is a tool, not merely a reward. This mindset also encourages discipline and calculated risk-taking. Wealthy people weigh decisions carefully, analyze potential outcomes, and consider how choices today affect their future freedom. They are not swayed by trends or emotional impulses but rely on rational thinking, foresight, and planning. In this video, we'll dive deep into the thought processes, habits, and philosophies that separate the financially successful from the rest. You'll learn how rich people view money not as something to spend or flaunt, but as a powerful tool for freedom, security, and opportunities. By adopting even a fraction of these perspectives, anyone can start thinking like the wealthy, making smarter financial decisions, and building a path toward lasting prosperity. Understanding this mindset is the first step. Money alone won't create wealth. How you think about it, use it, and grow it will determine whether you accumulate real, long-lasting financial freedom. One of the most profound differences between the wealthy and the average earner is how they perceive money. Most people treat money as a goal in itself, something to earn, spend, or display. They focus on salaries, raises, and immediate consumption, often equating possessions with success. The rich, however, see money as a tool for creating more money, opportunities, and freedom. Instead of simply collecting dollars, they think strategically about how money can work for them, generating passive income, funding investments, or creating leverage. Money becomes a vehicle, not the destination. For example, while many might buy an expensive luxury car as a symbol of success, a wealthy person asks a different question. Could this money be used to purchase an income-producing asset? They may invest it in a rental property, stocks, or a growing business, allowing that money to generate returns far beyond its initial value. Over time, these decisions compound, creating wealth that grows independently of active work. This perspective also changes spending habits. Rich individuals prioritize value and utility over appearance, focusing on decisions that provide long-term benefits rather than fleeting satisfaction. Money becomes a means to freedom, influence, and opportunity, rather than a source of stress or vanity. The key takeaway: adopting a mindset where money is a tool transforms your entire approach to wealth. It allows you to make strategic choices, leverage opportunities, and build a foundation for sustainable growth rather than simply chasing temporary gratification. Another cornerstone of the wealthy mindset is long-term thinking. While most people live paycheck to paycheck, focusing on immediate needs or short-term pleasures, rich individuals plan years, or even decades, ahead. Every decision they make, from career moves to investments, is viewed through the lens of future impact. Long-term thinking influences spending, saving, and wealth-building strategies. Instead of succumbing to impulsive purchases or trendy investments, wealthy people prioritize actions that compound over time. For instance, consistent contributions to retirement accounts, investments in appreciating assets, or building skills through education may seem minor in the moment, but decades later, these choices create extraordinary financial and personal growth. This mindset also requires patience. Wealthy people understand that instant success is rare, and they avoid shortcuts that promise fast gains but carry high risk. They are willing to delay gratification, choosing not to splurge today to secure freedom, security, and influence tomorrow. It's this ability to resist the lure of immediate pleasure that allows them to grow wealth steadily over time. Moreover, long-term thinking extends beyond finances. It shapes relationships, health habits, and personal development. By making consistent, intentional choices today, they set themselves up for a future where freedom, security, and success are inevitable. The lesson: wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. By thinking years ahead and focusing on actions that compound over time, anyone can start building lasting prosperity. Long-term thinking transforms ordinary decisions into powerful wealth-building tools. Working for money alone is never enough for the wealthy. They make money work for them. Investing early and consistently is a non-negotiable principle that separates the rich from everyone else. They understand the incredible power of compound growth. Even small, disciplined investments can turn into substantial wealth over decades. For example, investing a modest amount in a diversified stock portfolio or a rental property early in life might seem insignificant. But over 20 to 30 years, compounding can transform it into a fortune, producing passive income that grows independently of active work. Time is the ultimate advantage, and wealthy people use it to their benefit. Consistency is just as important as starting early. Rather than making sporadic or impulsive investments, they commit to regular contributions, gradually building a diversified portfolio of stocks, real estate, businesses, or even alternative assets like technology ventures or commodities. Diversification reduces risk while maintaining the potential for substantial growth. This mindset also changes the way they view spending. Instead of immediately buying luxury items or indulging in fleeting pleasures, they focus on using money to generate more money. Each investment is intentional, strategically chosen to produce long-term benefits rather than temporary satisfaction. The lesson: money is not simply to be earned. It's to be leveraged, multiplied, and strategically allocated. Investing early and consistently is the backbone of wealth creation, and it separates those who remain financially average from those who achieve extraordinary prosperity. Wealth grows not just from effort, but from disciplined, patient, and intelligent allocation of resources over time. One of the defining traits of wealthy individuals is their commitment to financial education. Unlike most people who rely solely on earned income or hope for luck, the rich actively seek knowledge about money, how it works, how to grow it, and how to protect it. They understand that knowledge is power, and in the world of finance, it directly translates to opportunity, security, and long-term prosperity. Financial education encompasses much more than just balancing a checkbook. The wealthy study investments, tax strategies, entrepreneurship, economic trends, real estate, and even global financial markets. They analyze how different asset classes perform over time and understand the risks and rewards associated with each. This knowledge allows them to make calculated decisions, avoid costly mistakes, and seize opportunities that others might overlook. For instance, a financially educated individual might recognize the long-term benefits of investing in a startup or purchasing undervalued real estate, while someone without this knowledge may dismiss the opportunity or misuse their resources. Additionally, they learn how to structure businesses and legal entities to minimize taxes, protect assets from creditors, and maximize returns. Importantly, financial literacy is not a one-time effort. It's a lifelong commitment. The rich continually update their understanding as markets, laws, and technologies evolve. They treat learning like an asset that compounds over time, just like money. By investing in knowledge, they are better equipped to make decisions that multiply wealth, reduce risk, and create financial freedom for themselves and future generations. The takeaway: knowledge is one of the most powerful forms of wealth. Without understanding money, even a high income can disappear quickly. Financial education empowers decisions, builds confidence, and lays the foundation for sustainable prosperity. Another core principle of the wealthy is a sharp focus on acquiring assets instead of liabilities. Many people mistake possessions for wealth, buying luxury cars, expensive electronics, or designer goods, things that often depreciate in value or require ongoing maintenance. The rich, however, make a clear distinction. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out. Assets include investments that generate income or appreciate over time. Examples include stocks, bonds, rental properties, businesses, intellectual property, or even rare collectibles with long-term value. Each of these contributes to financial growth, passive income, and wealth accumulation. In contrast, liabilities, while often satisfying short-term desires, come with hidden costs: taxes, insurance, upkeep, and debt payments. A flashy car or oversized home may look impressive, But without income generation, it slowly erodes wealth rather than builds it. This mindset fundamentally changes spending habits. The wealthy ask before every major purchase, does this increase my wealth, or does it drain it? This discipline ensures that every dollar is deployed strategically, contributing to growth instead of consumption. Over time, this compounding focus on assets creates a financial advantage that separates the wealthy from the average person. Moreover, understanding assets versus liabilities encourages financial planning. Instead of chasing fleeting trends or social approval, the rich focus on long-term stability, income generation, and building financial resilience. They prioritize investments that will continue to work for them for decades, creating freedom and flexibility while avoiding financial stress. Lesson: acquiring assets and minimizing liabilities is the cornerstone of lasting wealth. What you buy today should ideally work for you tomorrow. Without this focus, even high income or windfalls can disappear quickly. Wealthy individuals understand that their time, effort, and money are limited resources, and they achieve exponential results by using leverage. Leverage means amplifying outcomes without increasing personal input. It can take multiple forms: financial leverage, human leverage, or time leverage, and is a key reason why the rich grow wealth faster than others. Financial leverage involves using other people's money wisely. For example, borrowing capital at low interest rates to invest in income-producing assets or business ventures allows them to control larger opportunities than personal funds alone would permit. When used strategically, this multiplies returns while spreading risk. Human leverage is equally important. Wealthy people hire, delegate, and collaborate with skilled teams. By trusting others to execute parts of a project, they can scale businesses, manage multiple ventures, or explore new opportunities simultaneously. Their impact grows far beyond what they could achieve alone. Time leverage is about prioritization and efficiency. Every hour is valuable, so the rich focus on high-value activities, automating, outsourcing, or delegating lower-impact tasks. This creates more space to pursue strategic goals, explore investments, and maintain the vision for long-term growth. By combining these forms of leverage, the wealthy multiply the effect of each decision, turning small inputs into massive outcomes. Instead of relying solely on personal labor or short-term effort, leverage allows them to accelerate growth, scale operations, and generate wealth at a pace unattainable for the average person. The key takeaway: leverage turns effort into exponential results. Whether it's money, people, or time, learning to amplify your resources is essential to building wealth that grows beyond the limits of your own energy or income. One of the defining traits of wealthy individuals is their ability to embrace risk intelligently. But it's important to understand, this isn't about recklessness or gambling, it's about calculated decision-making. Rich people evaluate potential opportunities carefully, considering both the upside and the downside before committing resources. They weigh potential gains against potential losses, run scenarios, and make informed decisions that most people would hesitate to even consider. For example, investing in a startup, purchasing undervalued real estate, or entering emerging markets may seem risky to an average person. Yet the wealthy see potential where others see danger. They understand that risk is the price of growth, and without taking it, wealth cannot expand beyond modest limits. By preparing for setbacks, diversifying investments, and creating contingency plans, they mitigate risk while positioning themselves for substantial rewards. This mindset is coupled with decisiveness. While fear often paralyzes the average person, the rich act when opportunities arise, using data, intuition, and experience to guide choices. They recognize that indecision or overcaution can be just as costly as reckless spending. In fact, missed opportunities are a major reason many people remain financially stagnant. Moreover, embracing risk is not only financial, it's psychological. It requires confidence, resilience, and the ability to learn from failure. Even when some ventures fail, wealthy individuals treat losses as lessons, not catastrophes. This approach compounds over time, as calculated risks create new streams of income, business growth, and investment returns. The key takeaway: wealth grows when risk is approached strategically. Caution alone limits financial potential, while reckless impulsiveness destroys it. The rich balance courage with planning, allowing calculated risks to multiply both assets and opportunities over the long term. While money is a critical component of wealth, the ultra-successful know that connections are equally powerful. Relationships, whether professional or personal, can create opportunities, share knowledge, and open doors that money alone cannot. Wealthy people treat networking not as a social activity but as a strategic asset, understanding that the people around them multiply their potential. They surround themselves with mentors, business partners, industry leaders, and other ambitious individuals who can provide insights, guidance, and collaborations. Opportunities often arise from these connections, whether it's an investment tip, a business partnership, or access to exclusive deals. Relationships also offer support during challenging times, helping wealthy individuals navigate risks, negotiate better terms, and learn from others' experiences. Unlike the average person, who may overlook networking or undervalue connections, the rich proactively cultivate and maintain relationships. They attend industry events, participate in mastermind groups, and invest time in developing meaningful interactions. Networking isn't transactional. It's about building trust, credibility, and mutual benefit over time. Strategic relationships also enhance leverage. For instance, a wealthy entrepreneur may rely on their network to assemble a skilled team, secure financing, or expand into new markets. Each connection amplifies potential outcomes, allowing opportunities to compound much like financial investments. Lesson: wealth is not created in isolation. Building and nurturing relationships is a long-term strategy that accelerates growth, provides guidance, and multiplies impact. Connections are as vital as capital for creating sustained financial success. The mindset of the wealthy can be summarized in one word: strategic. Every decision they make about money, time, or relationships is deliberate, long-term, and disciplined. Unlike the average person, they don't chase quick wins or short-term gratification. Instead, they focus on actions that compound wealth, knowledge, and influence over years, even decades. Key takeaways from how the rich think about money include: 1. Money is a tool, not a goal. Wealth is a means to create opportunities, freedom, and influence, not an end in itself. 2. Long-term thinking drives every decision. The rich prioritize sustainability, growth, and compounding results over instant satisfaction. 3. Invest early and consistently. Strategic, repeated investments leverage time to produce exponential returns. 4. Focus on assets, not liabilities. Every dollar should contribute to growth, income, or long-term security. 5. Leverage knowledge, time, and networks. Wealth multiplies when resources, expertise, and connections are strategically used. 6. Take calculated risks and avoid impulsive spending. Smart risk-taking fuels growth, while impulsive choices drain potential. Adopting these perspectives transforms financial outcomes. Money alone does not create lasting wealth. It's the mindset, strategy, and disciplined habits behind every decision that separates the ultra-rich from the rest. The lesson: thinking like the wealthy is more powerful than simply earning like them. By applying these principles consistently, anyone can build, protect, and multiply their wealth over time. If this video inspired you, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more insights into wealth, luxury, and the habits that separate the rich from the average. Remember, wealth is created not just with money, it's created in the mind.